Global mobility is is a lot of things, but at the core, it's moving people from one country to the other and helping them grow, whether it's in their careers or as a person, experiencing a whole other culture, and growing professionally and personally.
For the mobility professional, it's very challenging and also very lucky business to be in. We have so many touch points with various stakeholders in the organization. So it's a really rare opportunity to actually work so close with many stakeholders, and both from a technical perspective, from a compliance, which is technical, to a very human base with a lot of human interactions, which is a really, really broad spectrum of competencies that you need to have as a mobility professional.
So global mobility from the assignee's perspective can be a lot of things. I think initially it is a career opportunity. A lot of individuals take international assignments to expand their horizons, grow their careers, and have opportunities in different locations. I also think it's a cultural differentiator because having international assignment experience can really set someone apart from other individuals in similar roles who've never had that opportunity to go on an international assignment.
The most uplifting assignment story I have is from some technicians from a small city in Bahia, and they never left their hometown. And in a month, they were starting an assignment in Taiwan, but they had a stopover in the Bay. So their story, I received a message and pictures with the amazing experience they were living in the Bay, with oligos, with the temperature of the water that was pretty hot. So they were very, how can I say, they were amazing with this experience. They never left their hometown, so it was pretty interesting and got me to the main goal when I started studying tourism. That was to make dreams come true.
When work is being performed, how work is being performed, and what work is being performed, then these solutions are not always, but sometimes very tightly connected with mobility. And that can offer solutions as to partially working from home or work or compressed work weeks or shift work or work sharing or episodic remote work or virtual assignments. There are a lot of different solutions out there that could meet this, and mobility is the tool then in that toolbox to offer the solutions, and then also going forward after the solutions have been decided on to implement them, to align them, and to operationalize the solutions. And so mobility can actually grow in this field and take on additional challenges that were traditionally maybe not existent.
You need to have very clear, effective communication, and then everything has to be summarized in an email so all stakeholders on both the home and host side understand what's going into each phase of the process.
So global mobility to the business means that they want to get the right person in the right place at the right time, and usually that is tomorrow. So basically they see mobility, I think, as a hurdle they need to take to be able to get the right person in the right place.
I think that the key word in global mobility is global. And I think as global mobility professionals, we all have to have some global knowledge ourselves. I think it definitely helps if you yourself have ever moved or been on an assignment, whether a short-term or long-term assignment, so that you can relate. I think it's also good if global mobility professionals have experienced a move, even if it's within the same country, and have worked with themselves, different relocation partners and vendors, so that you can relate to what the employee may be going through. So I really would just say there is no such thing as only being focused on your country, in this case, the United States, because the employees that you're working with they have another country to consider. So whether it's their home country or their host country, you have to have some knowledge, basic knowledge at least, and some connections in those other regions, whether they're on your team or with your different partners, so that you can properly assist a team member that's relocating to the US. So I think we can never be only focused on the country that we're operating in. We have to appreciate and accept that these employees are coming from different backgrounds and different countries. And in addition to learning the United States, we also have to be mindful and empathetic to the background and the culture where they may be coming from in their home locations.
Try to be a decathlon champion, having a knowledge of every bit and byte of global mobility field. I know it's a very nice top tip. It's very difficult to reach, but longer you are in the professional career of global mobility, closer you are getting to that. So try to get involved in any topic of global mobility and be absolutely up to date.
Global mobility to the business is an enabler. Global mobility allows for businesses to have their people where they need them at every moment in time, which is why it allows for people to move around. It is a partner to the business. But it's also sometimes a roadblock. And the reason why I'm saying this is because although, yes, we as global mobility professionals enable the business to move the people where they need them, not every time can we move them at the fast pace that they need them to be. We are a roadblock as well because we have to be mindful of obligations. Like every regulation, we need to be always on top of that. So if something changes, we always need to be telling the business. And so not every single time can we move as fast as they want us to be moving. But that being said, we are, I want to say, the gatekeepers of their compliance.